Hey beauties, we are Alicia and Nicole from Positive Image. We are hairstylists, salon owners, and business coaches here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of the beauty industry. We are sharing our secrets on creating a salon that thrives. So let's dive in.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey Alicia.
We are really healthy and really supportive of ourselves. And every podcast season, we take a break.
Yes, or at least we attempt to, if I don't get better ideas like last summer.
Oh, that's true. I guess we didn't technically take a break
No.
last summer. Well, yes, we have ideas of switching up the spring summer series from our regular season.
Scheduled program.
Yeah, scheduled programming. So this year we're going to replay the our audience's top favorite, most listened to episodes,
Mm-hmm.
so that we don't have to work as hard. And included in that, we're also going to feature the first 5 episodes that you kicked off creating podcasts with, which is
Yes.
more about the anatomy of hair color. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that's pretty exciting also to bring our listeners, I was going to say viewers, our listeners around too. Yeah, I think that brings us into one of the reasons why we do this is because it is extra work and we do already have full plates. But this spring summer season, Nicole has a very exciting adventure that
Mhm.
also is going to very muchly so keep her from burnout and overwhelm so that she can continue to thrive in being the awesome person that she is.
Yes.
What are you going to do, Nicole?
I've been calling it my Forrest Gump moment. I am going on a really long hike. I am going to go walk the Portuguese Camino, starting in Porto and going up to Santiago de Compostela. And at the time of this release, it will officially be day 1, landing in Portugal.
We can
So
all cheer from you while we listen.
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Right?
And if you wanna follow along, then you can, on my Instagram at nicole.manzer. I'm gonna be trying to post, every day at a portion of the walk. So, hopefully, this might inspire you, or if you have any questions about how you can leave your own salon for I'm taking 8 weeks off. So if you can leave your own salon for 8 weeks in a super trusted team and not have the weight of the world on your brain that like, "Oh my god, it's gonna set a fire and I'm gonna come back to nothing," because I know that's not gonna happen. My team is fantastic, and they are so excited for me that they'll probably shield me from any crazy thing short of a fire that's going on in the shop. So, yeah,
I love
but
that.
a lot of this came about from burnout and from the place of where I put everybody else and everything else above my own happiness and above me. And last year and the beginning of this year, I've done a lot of soul searching as to what makes me happy, what brings me joy. And, it's really hard being in your 40s and almost having this like I wanted the words that's coming to mind is selfish, but it's not selfish because selfish means that you're not thinking of anybody else. And I think, if we're going into my little therapy session here, I think that I've always thought of putting myself first as being a very selfish thing. So has a very negative connotation to it, but it's actually the opposite. If my cup isn't full, if I'm not happy, if I'm not doing what I want to do, how can I be of service to others? How can I make other people feel amazing and good about themselves if I'm at my lowest or if I'm really low? So one of my main themes is really going to be is like what brings me joy, what brings me happiness, you know what can say if it's not a hell yes, then it's going to be a hell no. So what's my hell yes, and what do I want to do for the next 40 something years of my life. So also midlife crisis walk too. Um, but at the same time, it is like a spiritual journey, not a religious journey, but a spiritual journey within my own self and really kind of like get to know me and get to know myself. So follow along. I'd love to inspire you, anybody, to do something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly this, but just really taking the time and putting yourself first and really figuring out what brings you joy and what brings you happiness and how can you live your life from that place of joy and happiness.
I love it. I think it's, I think it's inspiring, and I think it's also, relatable for a lot of people to really feel, I guess, like, the stress of, like, "How can I get to that point?" But also, I definitely need a dedicated amount of time for myself.
Mhm.
I think more and more, maybe not even like, maybe even just more with my clients, so it's kinda that funny thing, like, we don't get paid sabbaticals from our employment.
Yeah.
So we kinda have to make it for ourselves, where if, like, lots of our clients can take those time off and they're still getting paid in, like, their 40s and 50s, and it's I think it's just needed because it is a big pivotal point in our lives. We are
Mhm.
changing, and there's been a lot of time that we've just focused on everyone else, and I think we also continuously forget that if we aren't filling our own cups, then we're not giving our best to those that we care about or those that are around us. Or even if we want to be really like, I don't know, down to it, if we aren't filling our cups, we can't give our best to just our salon itself as the business, our baby,
Yeah.
which, you know, some people think more about like, I could just care about the business. I don't care about all the other things as much. So, like, you just can't give if you're not taking care of yourself. And it is natural, I think, for people to look at it as being selfish. But I agree. It's almost more selfish to not take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Did we say that? I think we said that once in a self care episode. I feel like we were making jokes about that too then. Like, it's
But
selfish
it's
not to do it.
but it's so true. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's such this connotation about putting yourself first where we don't want to be little narcissists, but we're not. Like, I think even if you have that underlying thought of like, "Oh, I can't put myself first," or I'd be worried what other people thought, or that's almost when you need to go, "Screw it. It's me." Like, if you can't take yourself or put yourself first, if you can't do something for your own joy and your own feeling, then why are you here?
Hmm.
In a way of like, what are you living for? Who are you living for? If you can't live for you, who are you living for?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you strip down everything that you have. What do you have left? You have your morals and you. And you
Hmm.
have to live with yourself and your decisions. So why aren't you deciding that you wanna have joy in your life? Why aren't you deciding that you wanna just do something just because it makes you laugh?
Yeah.
Why not? And I think the most interesting thing about, like, this decision and probably one of the best things already to come, and we're still about 4 or 5 weeks out, is I have felt the lightest and the happiest that I have felt in years
That's amazing.
since making this decisions. Things have just fallen into place at work where little things that have been like, "Ooh, what about this thing? What about this thing?" I've had employees just step up going, "No, I want a part of management in the salon. I wanna do this." And they work, my managers work seamlessly together. It's just amazing how make a decision like this and things just they work out exactly how they're supposed to. One of my employees and I had we were we always joke around, but I have never laughed this hard, and it was a really stupid thing, but, like, I had tears running down my face. I looked like I'd been crying, but I was laughing so hard, and it just that comes at ease, where a year ago, I don't even think I could have, like, been in the headspace to do that because I was so close to burnout.
Yeah. I think those are those signs and those moments when you're like, "Wait, I'm having such a good time."
Yeah.
I feel like that's the is that's the goal, and I think it can also be a tough thing because that can happen in a healthy and positive way, and it can also happen in a non-healthy and non-positive way,
Mhm.
and I think it's hard to describe, like, the difference, but I think for you, knowing that you can leave for that amount of time and knowing that everything will be totally fine and
Mhm.
nothing's gonna happen, nothing bad's gonna happen, is the sign that it's all in good ways.
Yeah. Well, last year you took a motorcycle ride, right? Got your
Yes, in 2024.
in 20 oh my gosh. In
I know.
2024, you took a motorcycle ride and you were gone from the shop for 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
So, what happened I was gone for 2 weeks, but I was back for 5 days in between. Um, yes, because I left on my motorcycle trip down to North Carolina. I was gone for, like, 6 days, 6, 7 days, and then I was back at the salon for 5 days. I'd also just hired someone in the in this period, and then I was gone to Berlin for another 6, 7 days.
Amazing.
Um, yeah, and, yeah, it was totally fine. I still had some little, like
So what is the longest amount of time that you've ever been away from the shop?
I think just the week.
Wow. Okay, so my challenge to you
Yeah,
this
is to take
summer
longer.
is to take longer. Take 2 weeks. Like, do it from paycheck to paycheck and just turn that brain of yours off. Set all of your bills to auto pay, which you already should have them auto paid. Just step away and give yourself a break. Can you do that?
I don't know. I kind of have 2 weeks off. I kinda have just over 2 weeks off in May.
Okay. But can you do that? Not will you
But
do it, but
I'll
can you
still
do
be
it?
at the salon for a day or 2 in between.
Can you
One,
step
because 'cause I'm
away?
teaching in my class, and one, because I just have 1 day of clients. Um, yeah, I don't know. And I
So
do
what
have payroll in between there too.
so if you did it from payroll to payroll, because you're at biweekly, correct?
Yeah,
Can you step away for 2 weeks?
I don't know. I
You
think I
are
could,
hesitating
yeah.
at a hypothetical.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I know, I know, I know. Um, yeah. Maybe in
Okay,
the fall. Maybe I can do that in October.
so what steps would you need to implement in order to shut that side of your brain off for 2 weeks?
Well, I think the biggest factor, which, I don't think I've talked about I'm personally talking about a lot, and I've probably talked about it with you, but I'm not talking about it with, I don't think it's come up on the podcast. But I've just had such for the first it should be done and smoothed out by June. But for the first half of 2026, I just have like endless staff rotations and like in good ways, not in bad ways, but it is endless. Like I have someone who's just on leave, I have someone on medical leave. Then I hired someone to bring in because that person was going to be on leave. And then I hired someone who's coming back. And then someone's going to come back from maternity leave. And then the person on medical leave is going to come back. So it's just like, and then the person who's just on like regular leave is going to come back. So it's just like a lot. It's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah,
So if everyone was consistent or in a constant spot, I think it'd be fine. But
okay.
because there's so many like marbles moving around,
Okay, so February
rolling
or
away.
the fall. The fall. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll revisit this in the fall.
Nicole's like putting this in my calendar, in my notes. Hey Siri, make a note for me, please.
But I think, like, this is really important because I know myself a couple of years ago, just even the idea, even last year, just the idea of taking 2 weeks off. Like, I was like, "What do you mean? Just
Yeah.
go away for 2 weeks?" Like, "No, I can't do that. Like, the
Yeah.
salon's just gonna fall apart without me." So the more I started thinking about this trip, it almost, like, subconsciously started putting things in place where, like, okay, yeah, other than for me, other than payroll, like, the fact that being able to step away for this amount of time still blows my mind, and I haven't had this much time off since prior to opening the salon. Because even during COVID, you and I were both go, 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 go,
Yeah.
trying to figure out other things, so I don't feel like I've had a break. I think the most time I've ever taken off was, going to Australia to get married. I got 5 weeks.
Nice.
But even then, I still had my finger on the pulse.
Checking in constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I yeah, so the trip I have in May is a cruise, and, um, I don't always choose to have internet. So, um, that'll be the toss-up, and I think I do agree, and I would say this is the first year in a while that I actually feel like I can leave them and they're totally fine. There are a
Yeah.
lot of moving pieces, but not at the exact moment when I'll be away.
And do you have somebody in place at at the salon who is, like, your number 2?
Unofficially,
Okay. Are there things that you can do now that you can start giving
she
them a
does
bit more responsibility?
she doesn't want it.
Oh, fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only other one that ever considered it when she comes back, if she comes back, I'm sure she's coming back, she's only there 1 day a week, and then
Mhm.
everyone else either doesn't want it or is too, like, new. But is I've already moved my hours down to 4 days a week, and sometimes it's only 3. So,
Perfect.
I am already doing that on, like, a day-to-day versus, like, a big block of time because they are handling everything, and everything is fine, and I don't feel like I have to check in on all these things. Like, they got everything, and they help each other, and they work well with each other. So, yeah, there's yeah.
So maybe your next step is to, like, if we look into mindset, is maybe you can manifest somebody to come and hire who wants that role, who
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like and I think I said this on one of our, recent episodes that every time I hire, I actually do
Mhm.
consider whether they're an opportunity to continue the salon or not, and I I feel like I always get a no. So, I don't know if that's, like, an internal thing or just a sign.
Who knows? Like, I know my newest person who has hired, if I were to ask them that when I first hired them, if they wanted a bit more of a role, their answer would have been no. But
Mhm.
then the more we talk, the more conversation, the more that they saw where my I'm gonna say my weakness, but it's not my weakness, but where, like,
Where you needed support.
where I needed support, yeah. That was weirdly their strength.
Mm,
And so it almost became a natural thing of like, well, no, I don't wanna take over the salon. I don't wanna manage this entire salon because they're not good at dealing with people, weirdly, in conflict situations and stuff like that, but they're really good at dealing with systems and creating efficiencies within the salon, so they've taken over that paperwork side of things where it's like, on my to-do list, that is at the very bottom, but it
mhm.
is an important thing when you have
Still
7
needs to get
people.
done.
Exactly, especially with a larger salon because all of a sudden it becomes like, "Oh, we need a proper." Yes, we have the salon policies and procedures, but we need proper procedures and a proper cleaning schedule and a proper
Mhm,
things accountability with that sort of stuff, a little bit more marketing and a little bit more social media, and those are the things that I don't enjoy doing.
mhm.
And so it just became this natural thing that they like, it's almost like the space or the spot opened up for them, and to take as soon as all that stuff came off of my plate, oh my gosh, it was like, "Okay, I can breathe, I can do this." So
Yeah,
it's, even though it might look like a no when you first hire them or when you first have that conversation, sometimes the little things can kinda come out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, maybe I am a good fit for this, and then maybe it's not as much work, or maybe it's not what I thought it could be."
Mhm.
And sometimes it's us just releasing and letting go of the fact that we're the only ones that can do everything within the salon too.
Yeah, I do. I have thought about that a lot over the years because I am definitely a control freak kind of person. But at the same time, I also try to be reasonably relaxed, and every now and then, especially when there's a newer person, I'll try to I'll show them how to do just like a daily thing that the business has to get done. And I'll see if they continue to remember to do it every day, or if they forget immediately. And that'll be kind of my gauge of okay, this is now your new job. Lately, I show them once and then they're just completely forget a week later.
Mm,
And it's okay, it's fine.
mm. Yeah, I get that. So what are your plans for the summer then?
Um,
You got your cruise.
I've been I've been crafting a lot lately. I just made candles yesterday,
Ooh,
and I've been crocheting, and I've been reading a lot more.
okay, good. So you're
So
starting to fill your cup
oh, yeah.
with different
Yeah, no,
things.
I'm feeling good. Even though I have all this, stuff happening with the salon, it still feels really good.
Mhm.
I'm just chilling, cut down my hours and just taking my time for myself. I'm trying trying really hard to get back to the gym at least 3 days a week. So far, I've been consistent with 1 day, so feel like
Hey, baby
that's
steps, right? Like,
Yeah.
you just it's building blocks. Sometimes when we look at, like, okay, 3 days a week, and then all of a sudden we're beating ourselves up because we only went 1 day rather than just celebrating, "Hey, I'm going 1 day a week. I was at 0, now I'm at 1. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yay."
Yeah. Eat better, take more time to, meal prep and, cook food that's good for me or just bake. I like baking.
Yeah,
So yeah. Yeah, no, I'm good.
amazing. Well, I think this has been a really interesting season, that we've had. Like, all of the episodes that we've had have been, um, really focused on, I think, taking care of ourselves as a salon owner,
Mhm.
and, we're trying to go into a little bit more of, like, the conversations that aren't normally had, and really open up the door to how can you be selfish in a very positive way. Like,
Yeah.
let's take the negative connotation from selfish. Let's make it a new word, let's make it a positive word, and it's self-love rather than selfishness. So, I think we'll be back September 21st with our new season,
Yes. I mean,
and
I'm also sure we'll spend some time cooking up some ideas over the summer.
yes. Yes. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be ready for post Camino, Nicole.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to rein you in with your positivity.
You're gonna get random voice notes on the walk.
Oh, yeah, I'll look forward to that. I'll have that. Send them my way. Okay, so now everyone knows what we're up to,
Mhm.
and, we hope you enjoy our spring, summer season, and we will, be chatting to you in the fall.
Yeah, and if if you have any ideas of topics that you'd love us to discuss, things that you haven't heard us talk about, please reach out and let us know. As much as we love to brainstorm about what we wanna talk about, we would love to hear from you, and we'd love to hear any ideas or topics, or if you would like to join us on the show and join in the conversation, just reach out, to either Alicia or myself. We're both on Instagram. That's probably the best way to get a hold of us. I am Nicole.Manzer on Instagram, and Alicia is Alicia Creates .to.
No, just Alicia Create.
Okay.
Also, if you are a Facebook person, we do have a group there too, Salon Owners Ontario.
Mhm.
Join us there, and you can always drop questions to the group. Um, I'm on Facebook too much, so I will probably answer you if nobody else does. But yeah, we try to be helpful there too.
Mhm. Perfect. Well, have a fantastic summer, and we look forward to starting up this podcast again in September with season 6. And in the meantime, enjoy the bonus season or the bonus episodes um, from May until the end of August.
Thanks so much for listening in today. The Positive Image podcast exists to empower hairstylists and salon owners with real conversations, practical tools, and authentic stories, building confidence, connection, and community in the beauty industry. Subscribe to stay tuned in for our next episode.